tier 2, even with the Aegis, their team is not... Okay, it's pretty good at pushing high ground, actually, because they have Healing Ward and they have Dazzle. But whenever you have a melee hero that has to hit the tower, he kind of needs to be very far ahead, or you need to win a fight prior to pushing into the tier 3s to really deal a decent amount of damage to the base. So Hot 6 being able to get Roshan just means that there's going to be this kind of lull in activity from Empire, unless they really feel confident in their ability to take fights, and fighting into the Aegis, they might think they can still win. And Sunbi here, he's got an Invis. He's going to be scouting things out. Aloha Dance also going to be finding Heen.
The blink initiation for the Silence to follow up as well. He gets off the shallow grave, but he's got a TP. He's going to try for it, but yeah, with the glimpse available there from Always Wanna Fly, they'll be able to hold him in place, bring down the Dazzle. Now the question is, can they find anything more? Silent blinking forward. MP doesn't quite get the blink off here. The crits coming down hard there onto the Queen, bringing them down to half health, but does manage to find that blink away. Ferev still yet to spend his gold here. 3.8k saved up by the Juggernaut.
He's probably just thinking of what he wants to buy.
I mean, does he go for something like a straight-up Skadi at this point?
Skadi Rush, it doesn't really seem that good. I think SNY Basher is much more likely.
Or yeah, the Basher, yeah.
I think Basher is like super good when you have to play against a kind of beefy melee core like Wraith King, for example. And the other thing is, too, he could go BKB, but I don't think you buy BKB before you buy like another utility item. Like BKB is utility, but it's not damage. Yeah, he goes back for the SNY.
Okay.
That makes the most sense. It's just too much of a value investment for him at this point. You get so much movement speed, you get the ability to maim, which lowers attack speed, which a lot of people forget about. It's not just movement speed, it's attack speed as well. So when you're trying to man-fight another carry, that's why having Skadi and SNY together made it so difficult for a lot of people to man-fight you, because you just had so much attack speed slow that you're basically getting rid of like treads plus another item with attack speed on it.
Ferev just priming himself, seeing if he can catch anyone out. Worth noting, Aloha Dance has got the mech complete as well. Drax on the side of Hot 6 has his own. Going in, and with the dust, they'll be able to find Aloha Dance. Can't quite burst him down with the mech. They should be able to find it anyway, as they there finish off the bounty. Elsewhere, though, the Dazzle getting caught out by Yoku and Always Wanna Fly with the help of Silence. So 1 for 1 across the board. And actually a slight edge there to the side of Hot 6, recording those 2 kills. Top lane, how's your clockwork doing? Well, I talked about the performance of Sun in the other game, and it's looking pretty good so far. 24 minutes in with the Blade Mail and the point booster. Mid lane looking for Rev. They'll find the stun, and now with the blink forward from Yoku, they'll have the control. Will be able to blow the Aegis. And I think they're ready for round 2. Static Storm and Kinetic Field. There's no messing around here for the side of Empire. They want him dead, and they'll get him dead. As Sun just going in with a hook shot, throwing his life away as well, giving a double kill to Resolution. I mean, the intention was there, but that was not the play there for Clock.
Well, as soon as you see the Static Storm dropped, you have to just abandon him. Like, there's no way you can save him at that point, unless he has, like, BKB. BKB is the only way you escape that, because you're not going to be able to spin fast enough. You're just immediately silenced as soon as the Aegis brings you back to life. So Sunbi, he wanted to go for the big play, ends up giving away another kill. Right now, Hot 6, that Aegis was kind of like their way of making Empire not play aggressive, but the fact that he just gets caught makes it a little bit worse. Although I will say, they're doing a very good job at keeping the lanes kind of pushed out, so they're not going to lose any towers or anything like that. But next Roche, I would think that if Hot 6 don't get it, Empire are going to have a huge advantage.
I mean, look at Resolution. We're 25 minutes, and he's got his Shiva's Guard finish now on top of the Bloodstone Yours. He's got 15 charges as well on this Bloodstone. I mean, this is one scary Leshrac. Yeah, 7 kills, 6 assists here on the man, and Drax just pushing up the top lane. TP's out straight away, not wanting to hang about. Silent was stocking up the gold here, and he's going to be going for the straight up AC now. With the recipe and the Hyperstone picked up, he's well on his way there, 26 minutes in.
He's just building himself as a right clicker. That's all you really need to do as Wraith King. I wouldn't be surprised to see him also go Basher at some point. You just want to make sure that you have like Bash, Crit, Lifesteal. Like, those are the things that you get when you really want to be able to man-fight somebody. And Juggernaut, the way that he's building, it's kind of the same idea. Just giving yourself those stats, getting the maim, getting the movement speed and such, to be able to just sit there and right-click away. The fortunate thing for Silent, though, is he doesn't need BKB.
They get the track onto Ferev. Static Storm has been popped, but Ferev, he's quick with the Blade Fury. Heads down south. And, of course, there's not going to be the vision to bring him back here with the Glimpse. Empire still looking to go. Yoku's got this blink, remember, and the Echo Slam available as well. So, Hot 6 have to be careful of how they group up. Looking into the tree line, Silent has found Ferev. Ferev trying to TP out. It's not going to happen. Now he's Blade Furying. Sunshi moving in with the Blade Mail. It's a bit of a stalemate here, looking for the big initiation from one of the sides. Fisher holding Sun in place, Silent back to work on Forever. Shallow Grave is there, buying him some time from Heenan. Now blinking forward, Joku looking for the Dazzle, bringing them together. They've already taken down 1-2. The Shuriken bounces. Heading on to Sun as well. Now the Blink Frost for Silent. This is the kind of Empire aggression we expect to see. 27 minutes going. They're just walking around the base. They're going to look for Jerax here as well, bringing him back into the kinetic field. The Fisher. And there's your Echo Slam from Yoku. That's the kind of plays we expect from the man. Oh, you're coming out with a snowball. Trying to buy some time. Will pop the ultimate with the Reincarnate coming out from Silent, but it's all right for them because they're still going to find the kills. They find Jerax. MP will just be able to blink himself away.
He's got another glimpse.
Always want to fly. This is why you don't get that man disrupted. It's going to be a team wipe. What a fight from Empire. Fighting behind both tier 2s in the base. I mean, the fact that they got away with that and Hot 6 were barely able to punish them. They put the Reincarnate of Silent, and they do take Yoku, but that's it.
I'm 90% sure that Juggernaut misclicked, because there's absolutely no way you try to TP without spinning. For whatever reason, Forev, he TP'd and then he spun. I think he actually, he miskeyed it. He wanted to spin first and then TP, and basically that part of it kicked that entire fight off. And when you have a situation like that where your carry dies and your supports try to commit to save your carry, that's exactly what Empire want because of their team composition. We saw the combination of Track and Glimpse, and how when they get an inch, they're going to take a mile. Every single one of these team fights, you're going to have mass tracks on everyone. You are never going to be able to run away unless Glimpse is on cooldown. And unfortunately, they only needed Glimpse for 1 or 2 of the kills. I think the original one was on Forev, and then they needed Glimpse again to try to bring the Queen of Pain back.
Oh boy. I mean, the fact that they're getting this track god as well, I just had a look at the graph. It was not pretty for Hot 6. It's going down to a 14,000 lead. Aloha Dance now with a completed set of Guardian Greaves and a Medallion. You look at Resolution, 20 charges on the Bloodstone now, picking up the point booster on his way to his next item, probably going to be the Octarine. This is, I mean, MVP Hot 6 need to find something here. They are smoked up. Yoku just hiding in the tree line here. They're going to need to go deeper if they want to find anything Hot 6. But yeah, this just everything from the side of Empire looking up for them over that last team fight. AC complete on your Wraith King. 1,500 gold in the bank to spare as well. And Hot 6, they're going to be unable to find anything with this smoke. Aloha Dance coming into the jungle now with Silent.
Oh, God.
This could be a fight kicking off. All the ults are available for the side of Empire. Hot 6 still lacking the Sonic Wave. Who's going to be able to make the first jump? They want to find Dazzle. They want to get rid of Heen. They've had enough of his Shallow Graves. And here we go. 1, 2. Going to be able to burst him down. It's going to be a hookshot for from Sun. But I don't think you want to be in here. He says, let me out. I don't want to be in this one. Goes down. They lose the clockwork as well. Down on the bottom lane here. There's just Sonic Wave bringing Aloha Dance to Resolution low. They have already taken down Yoku. Maybe they can turn it here with the Omni Slash. Party Ring has been dropped here by Always Want to Fly. Aloha Dance getting low and will fall. And this is Silent becoming unstoppable. Silent just walking around the fight. They haven't been able to kill him once. He's going to look for Jerax. Oh, he's just going to let Resolution finish that one off here now with the Glimpse. Doesn't bring back the Jug. Has got the Blade Fury. But yet again, another fight with Empire coming out on top. 4 heroes dropping on Hot 6. Empire losing just the 2. And that's your bash you're done for Silent.
I don't really know what Hot 6 are going to be able to do. They got 2 buybacks. They got buybacks. They can definitely force Empire back here. But I think if Empire get forced back, their next option is just going to be Roche. They can give it to Resolution. He's still carrying a bottle. He can just put the Aegis in. And he's got the full soul booster. So killing Resolution is going to become an absolute nightmare. I think Empire just wanted to try to force a buyback there. They're not going to be able to bait it out because they realize, okay, it's 10 seconds left. Probably just better off running into the Roshan pit. And because they have Wraith King, this is a very low-risk Roche. He's going to stay pretty much at full health the entire time. So if Hot 6 want to contest this, they're going to need their Omni Slash available, which right now 4S still has about 50 seconds on it. But I also think they have to go for this. If they don't go for this fight and they give Aegis to Empire, they're probably just going to get racks. But Empire actually, they're going around. They're not going for Roche.
No, they're going to go for the old wraparound here, potentially coming out. Now they go back in. Silent jumping straight onto Forever. Sun has popped down the cogs, and he's incredibly disrupted. Empire can't get into help Silent, but Silent says, I don't need any help. I've already killed the carry. Now he's going to look for Jerax with the Wraith Fire Blast. Track being thrown out as well. Resolution finding the split left. That's the second hero down in this fight. Sun trying to run himself away, but Always Want to Fly. Drops the ring. Silent drops the hammer. Double kill now for the Wraith King. 3 heroes down on the side of Hot 6.
GG.
And it's GG well played. Hot 6 tap out. They've had enough. Empire's aggression is too much for the side of MVP. And Empire still with a chance of finding themselves in the top 4. 1 game down. They need to win game 2.
That was their last shot right there for Hot 6. Like, that smoke was their only hope in bringing themselves back. That Roshan was the utmost importance. Like, as soon as they realized they can't get the Roshan and Empire are going to get it, and not only that, but at the start of the fight, they lose their core. It's too much to deal with. I think this game had a lot to do with the fact that in the very beginning, like, sure, they were doing all right in their laning phase, but mid was constantly losing. Single time Hot 6 took an unfavorable engagement, Empire can just take so much because of Track and Disruptor. That combination is just too good.
Indeed it is, and what a performance from them.
Yep.
It's the resolution less. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Hot 6 banning that out in the first phase, or grabbing it for themselves, because that was incredibly destructive. Game 1 going to Empire, Game 2 going to be right round the corner, so don't go anywhere. And for the time being, we're going to head you over to our experts to hear what they have to say about the series so far.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And yeah, I mean, as the commentators covered, Lesh probably a decent ban. That's
who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, just a tip, just for all of you guys out there too. Not a bad idea. But even after that, I mean, we have had teams deal with that Lesh well. I mean, of course, it also depends on who's playing the Lesh. But this time, that just wasn't the case. Also, Empire looking pretty happy. Of course, they still have a chance to force that tiebreaker against VP. What did you guys think about this match, Winter?
Well, I think a lot of it comes from the Lash being overfarmed, and when Lash becomes overfarmed, there's nothing much that you can deal with it. And he had even built U so he can actually dodge the Omni Slash. So Juggernaut can't really go in and just Omni Slash and try to take down the Lash itself. Like, overall, I think I've said this like a few times as well. Like, I feel like sometimes their offlane player, he only plays 2 heroes on MEP. He plays either Undying or he plays Clockwork. And he generally gets caught like a lot, and he gives away a lot of kills towards the enemy team. Like, sometimes he feels like he's trying to do too much to save his team when it's unnecessary. I think there was a couple of fields where the Juggernaut was already dead, but he was still trying to go in and save his teammate. Like, probably trying to do too much in that sense, and giving away a lot of. It was also track kills he's been giving away. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so something to consider. We'll be taking a look at a couple of highlights here. The first one. One of the times that Empire goes ahead and wipes Hot 6.
It seemed like MVP took fights that they really should not have, like fighting into this Wraith King while he still had Resurrection, committing so much, and then he's able to easily follow up and be that janitor and just kind of clean house. And they get the track goal too.
Yeah, sorry about that. But Forev with a misplay here, he starts TPing out before spinning. I talked about in the draft you could just spin TP, but he must have mistimed it or misclicked or whatnot. And it ends up being expensive because they actually want to abandon this fight, and then their Juggernaut is there, and I think they just decide, okay, we try to fight, and it just ends up costing them twice as much.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is towards the later part of the game, and the Lesh is already quite far ahead. But overall, I mean, do you think that was the biggest problem, just the Lesh and then not being able to shut it down early and throughout? Or were there other things that Hot 6 could have looked to do? I mean, if they have to avoid this fight, I mean, when do they fight, right? If you have to avoid every fight that starts like this, which could be pretty common.
You definitely don't want to fight when you have your Juggernaut cornered by a Wraith King, so he's your only target for Omni Slash. Like, even if he doesn't, if he gets everything off correctly in that fight with Jug, they're still going to get crushed, because they can't afford having Omni Slash just wasted on that. It was what Winter talked about. It's the reason Wraith King is a good counterpick to Jug, just keep him safe. So I don't know. I think realistically at this point the game is almost getting out of control already, so maybe it didn't matter. But just in the early game rotation,